Raids are finally here, let's do this. Okay, so Shift Up fixed a ton of the previous bugs in the game, but they still have a lot of work to do. The new co-op with everyone's least favorite nightmare train is really unstable. I'm sure they're working really hard, and I love this game, but developers, if you're watching, please fix this. Multiplayer in particular is something that I think is key to the longevity of the game, and I'd really like to play Nikke for years to come. So I just hope the best for the game, and hope we're working on improving it. Anyway, sorry for the kind of late arrival to the event. I was out of town when it launched, and then with everything being like super hard to connect, I didn't have time to make a video. So as you complete raids, you'll earn currency called broken cores. Let's take a look at the rewards. I'd prioritize the gems. Gems are going to be valuable no matter what, and are something you would normally have to pay for with real world money. After that, honestly, I'd say it's totally up to you. Core dust is always good, but I don't know, let me know what you guys think is best after that. I'd be curious to get your opinion, because I feel like there's a lot of things in here I'm just not totally sure how to evaluate gifts in particular. Here's a quick look at the boss. I'm sure we all know this train from the ARC event already, but basically you can see that either it's really close or really far away with the range. So snipers and shotguns are good theoretically, but actually you probably want SMGs and assault rifles, because you have to play on manual, and you have to target everything on your own, and there's a lot of moving stuff. The further you get, the more currency you get, of course, and you have 3 attempts per day. Now let's see a run I did with 2 of my union mates and 2 randoms. Please like and share the video, by the way. I would really appreciate the support so much, and I'm trying to reach 500 subscriptions. Also, if you want to be in my union, I'll have a link to our Discord in the description, and if it expires, you can also DM me at Seraphim74660. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump into this round that we finally actually completed without disconnecting. Of course, like anytime you're doing one of these events, you want to make sure you have a burst 1, 2, and 3 at minimum. If you're coordinating with your union, or if you're in mine, we try and lay out like, all right, what are the best units that we have for each particular burst slot. Like we have one guy with Scarlet, I have Volume, which is really good, 1, and so we just kind of plan it out from there. Of course, if you are playing with people that you don't know that aren't in your union, you're just going to need to adjust accordingly. Just make sure you're not leaving yourself in a situation where you can't even get into full burst, because then, obviously your damage is massively going to fall off if you don't have any burst 1s on your team or something like that. Another thing that I've noticed when I first did this, a lot of people were forgetting when I was trying to jump into random lobbies where we weren't coordinating. People will forget to activate their burst. Remember, that pops up on the right, and I think we're so used to doing it on auto, people just don't activate it, and then you're just stuck there, and yeah, it's just gonna be a really bad run if you're never activating your burst. Also notice you have these little reaction emojis up here on the left. I don't know how you're supposed to use those effectively. I feel like, you're so concentrated on aiming, you're never going to tap those. I mean, how are you even supposed to interpret those correctly? But I guess it's cool. But again, developers, if you're watching, I think I'd like to either see some of these reaction emojis either more clearly defined so we know exactly what people are trying to say, or, I don't know, some other form of in-game communication. So people who don't have a union or maybe don't have friends can communicate a little bit more clearly. Maybe simplify it. 8 is a lot, and like I said, I'm just not quite sure what all of them are supposed to mean. I think there's some refinement there is what I'm saying. Just trying to give some constructive feedback. Anyway, we're blowing through this train pretty well. I mean, we have a pretty good squad here. The 2 random guys we're with are doing pretty well too. We're ripping up some pretty crazy damage. And it's funny, right after I say that, one of us goes down, which is unfortunate. But we're reaching the end. Make sure you target those red circles. If it gets off like its big laser move, then you know you're probably gonna take a ton of damage, unless you guys are just like really OP. Also, while we're talking about this, or just kind of like going through this raid, I'm sure you guys have also already seen this, or if you haven't, the no caller ID, the difficulty has been dropped drastically. So if you kind of gave up on it because you just weren't powerful enough to go through the hard stages, go back and revisit that, because there's probably a lot more that you can actually complete at this point. Alright, we're almost finishing them off here. Alright, while we're finishing up here, I'd like to say again, thank you so much for watching. Hit me up on Discord if you want to join my union, and let me know what kind of videos you would like to see, or any suggestions for improvement. Like I said, Nikke is my main game that I'm playing right now, and I'm trying to like bring the community together more, and I'd like to serve you guys if I can. I'm excited for it. Let me know what strategies you've found best to clear this obnoxious Altessian Mark 6 or whatever it's called. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video.
완벽한 무대였어.